Hi book clubbers, it's Sarah at the library again. I'm back one more time for our last two book club titles that we've ordered, and I have a bonus one for you this week too. Our fiction title for this week is The Indigo Girl by Natasha Boyd. In 1739, Eliza Lucas is a 16-year-old when her father leaves her in charge of their family's 3 plantations in rural South Carolina, and then bleeds the estates dry in pursuit of his military ambitions. Tensions with the British and the Spanish are rising, and slaves are becoming restless. Her mother wants their South Carolina endeavor to fail so they can go back to England. Her family is in danger of losing everything. Upon hearing how much the French pay for indigo dye, Eliza believes it's the key to their salvation. But no one will share the secret to making it. Thwarted at nearly every turn, Eliza strikes a dangerous deal. She'll learn the process of making the indigo dye, and in turn, she will teach the slaves to read. Based on historical documents, including Eliza's letters, this is a fictional account of Eliza's life. Largely overlooked by historians, her accomplishments have influenced the course of U.S. history. When she died in 1793, President George Washington served as a pallbearer at her funeral. Our nonfiction book this week is I Think You're Wrong, But I'm Listening by Sarah Stewart Holland and Beth Silvers. More than ever, politics seems driven by conflict and anger. People sitting together in pews every Sunday have started to feel like strangers, loved ones at the dinner table like enemies. Toxic political dialogue, hate-filled rants on social media, and agenda-driven news stories have become the new norm. It's exhausting. In I Think You're Wrong, But I'm Listening, 2 working moms from opposite ends of the political spectrum contend that there is a better way. They believe that we can choose to respect the dignity of every person, choose to recognize that issues are nuanced and can't be reduced to political talking points, choose to listen in order to understand, and choose gentleness and patience. As impossible as it might seem, people from opposing political perspectives truly can have calm, grace-filled conversations with one another by putting relationship before policy and understanding before argument. Our bonus title for you this week was recently chosen as the 2021 One Book, One Nebraska. It's called Prairie Forge, The Extraordinary Story of the Nebraska Scrap Metal Drive of World War II by James Kimball. In the wake of Pearl Harbor, President Roosevelt called for the largest arms buildup in our nation's history. A shortage of steel, however, quickly slowed the program's momentum, and arms production fell dangerously behind schedule. The country needed scrap metal. Henry Dorley, publisher of the Omaha World Herald, had the solution. Prairie Forge tells the story of the Great Nebraska Scrap Drive of 1942, a campaign that swept the nation and yielded 5 million tons of scrap metal, literally salvaging the war effort itself. James Kimball chronicles Dorley's conception of a fierce competition pitting county against county, business against business, and in schools across the state, class against class, inspiring Nebraskans to gather 67,000 tons of scrap metal in 3 weeks. The astounding feat provided the template for a national drive. A tale of plowshares turned into arms, Prairie Forge gives the first full account of how home became home front for so many civilians. That concludes the new book club titles we've added this fall. We've also recently added second copies of Sold on a Monday and Girl Waits with Gun, so we have more availability for those 2 titles. If you'd like to reserve any of these titles for your book club, please call the library at 308-233-3282. Remember, you can always view our book club titles on our website, carneylib.org, under Books and More and Book Club. Happy reading!